Notre Dame's Alliance for Catholic Education, or ACE for short, has been working to sustain, strengthen, and really transform K-12 Catholic schools since its funding in 1993. ACE has served 1 out of every 4 Catholic schools in the United States, impacting the lives of more than 180,000 students. That is incredible. Joining us now to talk about ACE's great work is Father Nate Wills, a priest in the Congregation of Holy Cross, also a faculty member in ACE's Mary Ann Remick Leadership Program. Father, thank you so much for joining us here on Notre Dame Day. Now, you currently work for ACE. You are also a member of the 8th cohort of the ACE Teaching Fellows. What originally, though, drew you to this program?
Well, thanks, Colleen. I think it's the same thing that still draws our applicants to the ACE program, which is being part of something larger than themselves, serving the church and Catholic schools. And as our founder, Father Tim Scully, likes to say, we're more than a program, we're a movement in Catholic education. And I think people are drawn to serve our Catholic schools for a 2-year service program in our ACE Teaching Fellows, and they just come to that wanting to serve and teach.
Absolutely. And how does ACE's work play into the university's larger mission?
So the University of Notre Dame, in many varied ways, brings the best of what we know to bear on the problems of the nation, the world, and the church. And we do that in ACE by really bringing the best of what we know to the problem of many Catholic schools closing and a shortage of great teachers and leaders in Catholic schools. We've been doing this for the last 25 years, and in fact, this fall, ACE celebrates its Silver Jubilee. And yeah, it's a great moment of celebration, especially for the nearly 2,000 teachers and leaders that we've formed over these 25 years. They're having this amazing impact throughout our nation. Our graduates are in business, in philanthropy, and many are still in education. 75% of our graduates are still in education, and in fact, several of them are superintendents at Catholic dioceses throughout the world, throughout the nation, in Chicago, Denver, Dallas, Detroit, San Jose, and San Francisco.
And based on my experience, we have some amazing educators out there working for Catholic education. And so let's talk about some of the major developments that you've seen over the last few years.
Yeah, so in this past year, we've seen some really great developments in the Alliance for Catholic Education, specifically our American Indian Catholic Schools Network that are serving 5 tribal schools, over 1,300 kids in these schools, and it's a great mission. Our Blended Learning Initiative, where my colleague Elizabeth Anthony and I are working in 5 schools in the Archdiocese of St. Paul, Minneapolis, also in Indianapolis, to empower teachers with technology so that they can give an education befitting of the uniqueness of each child as a child of God. And then finally, our expansion to St. Patrick's Catholic School. You'll hear from our principal, Keith Galley, in 1140.
Okay.
And it's a great mission.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some of the areas, too, that ACE is going to be really focusing on over the next few years.
Yeah, our Notre Dame ACE Academies are a really strong part of what we do. We have 2 goals in these schools, making our students ready for college and heaven. And as we do so in these schools, like Keith's school in the Diocese of St. Pete and Tampa, they're building a STEM lab and trying to make our students ready for their next generation of jobs. And you can actually contribute to this STEM lab and the creation of that by clicking on ACE and voting for ACE on ND Day.
Go ahead and vote. And
yeah.
I see you brought me a gift.
Yeah,
One of my
I brought
favorites
you an
today.
ACE T-shirt so that you're part of the movement here as well.
Nice.
So
Can you guys see that?
yeah, there you go.
Well, thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Father. We
It's
really
been great to meet you.
appreciate your time being here for Notre Dame Day.